Hello, friends, and welcome to our Sunset Yoga Flow. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat tonight. Dropping in, maybe finding closed eyes or soft eyes as you relax your shoulders away from your ears. Taking a deep breath in and out. Relaxing the space between your forehead as you bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Noticing the rise and fall of each inhale and exhale. Spine is nice and long as you drop your hands down, grounding down your tailbone, arms rise high, and drop them down into your heart. Awesome, friends. Go ahead and grab a block if you have one. Remember, blocks are not a necessity, but they are a great tool to use. Let's bring one arm up high to the sky. Exhale, go ahead and cross it over to the opposite knee. That backhand is just going to be propped up at your tailbone to make your spine nice and long. Shifting your eyes to look behind you. Lifting your heart as you bring your hands up and switch to the other side. So remember, this is opposite hand, opposite knee. Hand is either propped up on your fingertips or on the block on your tailbone. Start to raise your arms up high to the sky and find your cactus pose. Elbows come in line with your heart. And then shift them back so that they're in line with your shoulders. We're really expanding here through the heart center as you squeeze those shoulder blades together. Taking a deep breath in and letting it go. Let your arms come down. Go ahead and move those blocks out of the way. We're going to straighten those legs out in front of you, but bend one leg and squeeze it into your body. So we're almost lifting your knee and then crossing it over while lifting your heart into your leg. So the more you lean back here, the more you'll feel that stretch in your hammy while keeping that nice lifted heart. Spine is nice and long. Still letting the shoulders drop down as we switch sides. So all we're going to do is bend that opposite knee. Go ahead and cross it over. Lift that heart into your knee while also lifting your knee into your chest. So it's that two things combining. Maybe chin lifts just gently as you lean back. Feeling the weight. Gently shift. Bringing your leg down and bend your knees coming into our windshield wiper. So just dropping those knees side to side. Very gently opening up those hips and opening up that tailbone. Turning onto your stomach for our half frog pose. So picking either cheek to come onto, bringing your knee in line with your hip and just opening up that lower section of the body. So this is actually in a different class that's also available where we've done half frog before, and now it's coming back into this class. So if you remember that from our other class that was posted, this is just adding some familiarity and keeping those hips nice and open. Very gentle and super amazing for sleep and curing any low back pain. Finding your windshield wipers in between before we go on to the other side. Knee is in line with the hip on your other side, shifting your gaze to wherever your knee goes. Allowing your body to feel heavy and to take up space, appreciating the ground that supports you. Finding your windshield wipers again, always focusing on that lower back. Setting up for our next pose, bringing one arm in front of you and rolling onto that hip. Your ear is going to rest on your bicep while your other hand is supporting in front of you. That elbow is bent. Knees are stacked right here, and you're more than welcome to bend that top knee and then shift that knee up while you plant that top foot down into the mat, opening up through your pubic bone while your top knee is pointed up towards the sky. You can also find length in the bottom leg if you want to have it straight out in a line, or again, if you need that extra support, you can keep that lower knee bent. Switching to our other side, go ahead and drop that knee down. Opposite arm comes out in front, rolling over onto that hip. Same option for the top knee bending, and then planting that foot. And remember just to appreciate wherever you are in your practice. The hardest part is always going to be showing up. It's not about what your actual poses look like. Starting to shift back into your child's pose, grounding down, allowing yourself to take up space, maybe massaging your forehead from one side to the other. Knees in child's pose can always be closed or apart as long as those big toes are touching behind you. Still noticing your breathing and just observing your thoughts, not getting attached to any specific one, but watching them float like clouds. Coming forward and then rolling onto your back. Drawing your knees into your chest and just lengthening your legs up high. Pointing and flexing the feet, giving your feet and ankles some love. Remember, our feet are often trapped in shoes all day, so it's very important to stretch out your feet, stretch out your ankles to give your body the most support. Adding in some ankle circles. Remember, these are all great to do right before bed or even when you wake up. Dropping one leg down as you clasp your hands around your hammy of that raised leg, gently going side to side. So we're opening and closing that hip. This is also going to aid in that lower back release because remember, open hips equals open lower back. Keeping in control. Switching sides. And remember, as this starts to feel more comfortable, you can bring your clasped hands up, maybe higher up on your leg, maybe lower, maybe you even unclasp your hands and just let your leg rock side to side, allowing your spine to still feel connected onto the mat. And exploring what this feels like in your body. Draw your knees into your chest, and we're just rocking side to side, massaging out that lower back. Still relaxing between the eyebrows and dropping the knees down. Preparing for our final resting pose of Shavasana. Knees can be bent or legs can be straight out in front of you. Relaxing through the crown of your head, down your neck, down your spine, over your belly, releasing through your hips, your thighs, your hammies, your shins, your calves, all 10 fingers and all 10 toes. Starting to bring movement in fingers and toes. Bringing awareness back into your body. Hugging your knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug. Maybe adding some more ankle love movements in there. Before you roll over onto one side, using your hands as a pillow for infant's pose. Making your way into a seat. Spine is nice and tall. Eyes are still closed or soft. On your next inhale, bring your arms high to the sky. And exhale, drop them down into your heart center. Thank you so much for joining with me. The light in me honors, loves, and respects the light that shines in each and every one of you. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Namaste, friends.